Hey, what's up? I'm Coach Vince, head striking coach here at the arena. Devin Taylor, professional Muay Thai fighter, MMA fighter, one of the best strikers in San Diego. We're going to break down one of the moves that I do a lot. I teach a lot of these guys to work on short angles and close spaces, right? So, a hook shift. When I throw the hook off the lead hand, a lot of times you fire the right hand as a counter shot. So I want to be able to get past that. So how I bypass that is watch my feet, not my hands. I throw the hook, I lower my head, I shift out this way into southpaw, throwing another hook. And so what I do there is I set the trap off, and I come across center line, shifting my stance into southpaw and firing down the middle. Right, so I'm here, I throw my hook, and I fire down this way. A lot of times I end up southpaw this side, left hand, with a combination, or I can blast from there, right? So again, it's off my lead hook. If I throw it in combination, it doesn't matter. I go here, here, here. I go body shot hook, cross, body, whatever you want to use. But it gets you to this angle, bypassing the right hand so you don't get hit by it. Now I'm at a good angle for counter shots. That's my breakdown.
I've been around since '97.
That's when you started training? Or that's
I started training in '97. Yeah.
Okay.
First pro fight was like a year later. So,
what drew you to martial arts?
WWF. After that, I already knew that's what I was going to do. So.
And what, like, you had a school nearby that you could go?
No, not at all. In Guam, back then, I had like maybe 4 people that trained.
Yeah.
You know, so it wasn't like it is now.
So did you have to leave to go?
Yeah, that's how I ended up here. But what happened on Guam is you just kind of do every martial art that you could find because there's no MMA, you know?
Yeah.
So you try this, you try that. I really wanted to do Kung Fu at first, but they didn't have that on Guam, so I was like, I had to look for something and couldn't find anything really. So the first one was boxing that was available.
Nice.
So the first thing I did was boxing. That didn't last long because they made me run too much. So I was like, I don't want to run every single day, which eventually ended up happening. But yeah, from there I just then I found an MMA group that just trained together. Nobody knew anything, and then from that I fought, just with training in the backyard. And then the first fight, met a guy that is now like the I would say like the MMA, you know, what do you call those? Like the first guy to do it. Like he's like the fourth
founder.
Yeah. Guam. He was the first MMA fighter from Guam. You know, he became my coach, and I went to that gym. Then left, trained a lot of different gyms. So for me, I think if you want to improve in everything, you just have to train everything.
Yeah.
A lot of people say don't do gi, don't do this because it's this and that. Nah. Train everything. You want to know what everyone thinks. So when you're going against a grappler, you want to know what that feels like at the highest level. And the highest level grapplers are all you guys. You know what I mean? So if you can just understand the feel of that, and when you're in a fight, you can be more comfortable, you can be more relaxed. You know, like if this guy can't tap me with a gi on, this fool ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this fool is not even gonna get close to my neck. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things, just for confidence. And I say train everything. You know, I sparred sand shell just to spar it, to see if I could do it. I've seen a group on.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, it's the same thing. You know, it's like kickboxing. It was actually easier because
you're so controlled.
Yeah, but you can take people down, and I will. You know.
Oh,
So it's more. It's easier than just pure kickboxing. Because if this guy's getting the better of you, you can just throw his ass.
You can change the game up a little bit more.
Yeah, change the throw them. You can do scissor sweeps, be more creative.
Yeah.
And spinning back kicks, all that stuff. You know, you learn a lot from doing different martial arts. Sandshell was one of those. I did that, did judo for fun. Never with the intentions to like actually use it just to see if it worked. You know.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of martial arts like that, but nothing traditional. I never did any taekwondo or karate or anything like that. Just to spar. I sparred Kyokushin guys just to do it.
Yeah.
And that was fun. And then I realized, that shit hurts, you know?
It looks like it hurts.
It hurts.
They just stand in front of each other.
Yeah, punch each other in the body. It's hard to block, and you still hurts the elbows when you block. So but it's, you know, you learn a lot of different ways to kick when you do different types of martial arts. So,
yeah.
You know, it's just, for me, it was a never-ending, just a, what's that called? Not a journey, but like a never-ending learning goal, that I just want to keep learning. So, and that, that never stops.
Nice.
Because you're how many professional fights in, and you're still learning every day.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I still feel like I'm in the middle or even near the beginning. Like I have so much more to learn. All right, cool.
That never stops.
Yeah, good, man. I don't
20
want
years
to.
later, I still every day. And I know things have changed. The sport evolves, things evolve, and no better way to be at the pulse and try to see how that all plays out.
Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you've been cornering for a while. So you have somebody that you've trained to fight. You took them to the fight, and now they're getting ready. The announcers just called that they're about to walk out. So what do you want them thinking? What do you want them feeling?
Calm. I don't really want them thinking too much about anything. Really, just the focus on what the goal is. What the task is. For me, it's the game plan. If you focus on the game plan, you usually win the fight. A lot of variables can happen as far as things you don't think are going to happen, and people end up doing other things. You know what I mean? Like if you, for example, like you didn't know this guy was going to try to take you down or whatever. But for me, it's a mindset thing. You win the fight before the fight. If you think of anything else besides the fight, you're not going to be in the fight.
Yeah, totally.
So I tell those guys to focus, and everybody has their own way, way to get there. But it depends. Some guys they fight better crazy. Some guys fight better calm. Some guys are nervous wrecks.
Yeah.
And fight well that way, and lose if they're not nervous. You know what I mean? So it's fine. It's a case by case basis, really. You can't tell everybody to be the same exact thing.
Yeah, totally.
Some guys are just head cases, and fighting for them is the scariest thing in the world. But they still do it. It's like roller coasters for them.
Yeah.
They're only doing it for that thrill, but they don't really like it.
Yeah.
And I know some guys that like to fight, and I don't have to tell them anything. There's no, they go out there, they know what they're going to do. But no matter what your personality is, I think the goal should be the game plan. If you want to be a fighter who has more wins than awesome fights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you could get both, but the goal should be to win, right?
For sure. Yeah, especially in a sport where losing hurts.
Yeah, I mean, everything hurts when you lose, but you can change the outcome in a lot of different ways. So there's a lot of different variables. Like if someone's better than you on the feet, you can take them down.
Yeah.
If someone's better on the ground, don't go there. There's a lot of things that you can do. So I think it's one of those sports that allow for that.
So do you have any tricks, like back in the day when you were fighting, do you have any tricks or routines or anything like that to get you in the mindset ready to fight?
It's not even the day of the fight. It all happens weeks and weeks. It's a routine that you stay with weeks before that. And it's every time you compete, not even fight. If I was going to compete in a breakdancing competition, I'd warm up the same exact way. You know what I mean? So for me, that was the way to stay in that same zone all the time. Because you warm up that way every single time, you listen to the same music every single time, you do the exact same stretches, warm-ups, whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you do that every single time, it feels like you're doing it every single time. So that
it makes it feel normal.
Yeah, it's normal. You do it all the time.
Yeah.
So, and you don't get nervous. For some people, like for me, it brings it back to me going, okay, this is just a fight.
Yeah.
Been here before, whatever. It's not that bad.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But
Totally.
It was different though. It's a different mindset though. You gotta think about it from then and now. Back then, losing didn't matter. There was no real database. Like this is pre-2000s. You know what I mean? So your mindset's a little different. It's more like, am I gonna die? You know what I mean? Or am I gonna kill this guy? Like that was the mindset. It was kill or be killed.
And now it's more of a sport.
Yeah, now it's a sport. It's different.
Yeah.
I would have been way more competitive if this was the mindset, you know what I mean, back then. But even now, there's those guys. There's the guys who are winners and there's guys who are out there just to fight.
Yep.
You know who they are, you know what I mean? Depending on their ability, they either last or they don't last. But everybody's different, like I said.
Is there any life lessons or anything like that that you've learned through training martial arts? That any good thing that
A
you
lot of
learned through
things.
martial arts?
I mean, everything. Just, martial arts, besides all the stuff that people always gravitate towards, like the discipline and all that stuff. For me, I always saw martial arts like, to me, it was still a sport. You know what I mean? It was like it's an art, but it's a sport, so you have to be competitive, but you have to be still an artist, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's taught me to do both, to be able to do both with everything. You know what I mean? Like, express yourself through art.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that in MMA, then you won't be creative. You'll just be one of those guys who punch and wrestle.
Yeah.
Punch, wrestle, kick, punch, wrestle, kick.
Yeah.
Right? And they're hard to distinguish. I mean, everybody can do that.
Yeah.
But having that creativity and ability to be creative is something that a lot of guys like that once the levels are this so equal, it's the creative guy who wins.
Yeah, totally.
It just, you'll see the levels are here. It's just creativity always kind of, if it's done right, it always shocks the world.
Yeah.